So that was the table read, which Will and Josh, I didn't bother to put the slogan on for you. So what's the purpose? Does anybody know why the play is called Chinese Coffee, for those of you that got to read it?
They mentioned going to have Chinese, well, Harry.
He likes to go to have Chinese
Except for
coffee.
one place that he feels.
It makes him feel alive, yeah. But why is the play called that?
Well, because that's like his only sense of peace, I think, is Chinese coffee.
Oh,
and
is this for them both having peace? Because how does that relate to Jake?
He's miserable.
He needs peace.
But, yeah.
He needs peace. So it's and how are they, what's the difference between the two of them? They're both very
Well,
strong.
Yeah.
Harry is actually working towards something. He's actually writing his book, and he's got his hopes in this book. Jake doesn't seem to have a book. Jake doesn't seem to have a project that he's working
Yeah.
on. Right?
Yeah.
Harry has a goal, at least
Right.
one, right?
If Jake was an animal, what kind of animal would Jake be?
A mole. Bear.
A mole?
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's like, he shut off.
Or I feel like he's
Thinking of her big, heavy.
bigger.
Well,
Big and
he,
heavy.
well, but I guess physically, I guess he's bigger. But in terms of what he does,
He's,
more
yeah.
like
Yeah.
being underground. He's like
He's
hiding.
underground, but I think he's more like a hibernating bear or a bear that's been woken up, you know, heavy, lumbering into himself. And if Harry was an animal,
A little more starved, a little more lean and
like
I think of him like a
ferret, not a ferret.
I think of him more like
a ferret,
I think of him like
a Pacino
I
ferret.
think of him almost like a pigeon in a sense, in that he's trying to reach the heights, but he lives
That's
down in the,
interesting.
in the mire.
Pretty deep, Mark.
You know? Is it? No, that's incredible. That seems like a.
Can anyone else think of another kind of animal that Harry could be?
I only read the first part. To me, it's more like cat type. I don't know. Like,
Like a squirrel.
I think the cat almost without the smoothness.
Yeah,
of the
not
house.
smooth.
Someone
that's
said
the-
a coyote, which I thought was interesting, because coyotes are restless,
Yeah.
and they keep
The
moving,
scavengers.
and they move.
Scavenge, yeah, I think
And
so.
coyote never stands still, they
Yeah.
keep going. And I thought that was an interesting one, but yeah, I'm sure that there's another one. What's another animal that Jake could be besides a bear and a...
A gorilla, like a gorilla.
Gorilla,
Very
yeah.
sedentary,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
deliberate.
Or a hippo.
moves, Yeah.
A hippo.
That's a good one.
Okay, so we figured out Chinese coffee means not nirvana, but
Refuge, I
Wellness.
guess. Refuge, I suppose. Right?
maybe that might be a balance, you know, where you feel you can go on in your life. What is the purpose of the scene that we just read? Now I edited it, you know, a bit, but it's, what kind of conflict? This scene has to be in the play.
Oh,
Every scene has a purpose.
He wants permission.
well,
Why did the writer
Jake wants.
have to have this scene in the
I
play?
think Jake wants to stop this book.
So this is the moment when,
Basically, he's putting his foot down.
right,
Yeah.
this is when Jake puts his foot down. And why do we know that this is the moment when that happens?
He tells him to withdraw the book.
Pardon?
He tells him to withdraw the book.
He tells him,
Nice.
but all through the play, Harry's wanted him to tell him what he thinks of the book. And this is the moment when he finally reveals.
Because he doesn't even admit to reading the book, I think, at the
Yeah,
very beginning of the
yeah.
book, right?
Huh. Yeah, because he says, how long have you been writing this? 2 years? I mean, it's But why has Jake waited until now?
Well, I feel like he thinks it's a good book and he's mad and jealous, and so he's sort of trying to beat him down or something.
Manipulate
He's like mad that
him.
it couldn't be him.
Mhm.
He's
He's mad that it couldn't be him, and what else is he mad
That
at?
he's gonna lose Harry, I think. I think there's a part of him that feels that if Harry makes it in this book, he gets actually successful with this book, he'll be left behind.
Yes, yes. And also he's mad because Harry has not just used his life, but just ripped it open, exposed it. And so when you read about when Jake talks about, the awful, these awful things, they really are terrible things. What else is going to say? And so how does the scene end?
We're challenged at the end.
You don't have to look at the end of the scene.
Well,
What happens at the end?
There's a challenge of some type.
A challenge, and then what happens?
Throws him out.
And well, but Harry kind of leaves too.
Yeah.
I don't think it feels like Harry's been. It feels like Harry just says, "Look, I know how you feel about this book," and he's got that power at the end. Do you think they'll get together again?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be my guess. This reminds me of the play Art,
Oh, yeah.
where the one friend has this painting he's bought, and the other friend has always felt superior, So again, it's the same theme. The themes are repeated over and over again.
I think too, maybe, if we know that person who we always feel that comfort that no matter how my life is going, they're gonna fuck theirs up more. And so when you actually see them succeed, like I had that person and then it's like, oh, they're married now. And it's like you see them, to see them really puts a shift in your life of like, oh, like,
Yes.
It's
I'm
like
responsible for myself.
It's
Yes.
like misery loves company, and all of a sudden he's not going to be miserable anymore. So
Yeah.
it changes.
It changes.
Like even though I think.
And it threatens the community around
So if
it.
we assume the book is going to be published, right, Harry and Jake will get together again, but eventually Harry is going to move into other circles. I mean, that's just inevitable. It may take a while.
Especially after this, because how does Harry feel?
I think it was very
Betrayed.
righteous.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
Why does Harry feel betrayed?
Because he lied to him.
Exactly.
Right,
His
he
friend
felt-
wasn't
he always
truthful
felt
to him,
right.
and his friend was holding back this whole time. Okay, good. Let's do a table read. And it doesn't have to be a slow read, but then again, really work it off the other person. So let's start with, we'll start with Kendall and Omar. So, work off with each other.
How long are you working on this book now? 2 years?
3.5.
Would you like to know what I think of your book?
Yes, I would.
It's a sad pronouncement on what you're reading. You're sick. You're a sick, beaten man.
Are you seriously saying I have no temper?
Far worse. You are now insane. This book is grisly proof. Put this novel away. Half the people you've ever known will never speak to you again. Your brother comes off like a beast. He'll never speak to you again. What if I told you I would never talk to you again?
I can't imagine that.
It never occurred to you that I would feel damaged? Betrayed?
You've known that this book features our lives. You were forever asking, how's our book coming along?
I thought it was merely about us. I never dreamed it was really about us. I thought it might be...
Fun? Well, some of it is.
So this first part is about what's happening in these first beats.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Kind of what?
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke.
We were feeling each other out. would agree.
Who starts it?
Jake.
Jake starts it. So Jake's ready now to do this pushing and reeling him in, right? And how's Harry dealing with that?
It's not taken back, like.
He's taken back by it. Right, right. Okay, let's continue. Paul, Harry, and Martin. Jake.
Fun? Well, some of it is.
But the things you've quoted, intimate details, the almost animal savagery all through that dreadful Bronx apartment, all the terrible illnesses I had as a child, how I had to quit school, which I so loved, to work in the Coffe darkroom, but pulling down more dough a week at 15, and my father. That sequence about my mother screaming in agony over varicose veins, while night after sweaty night my father ravished her. Things I said to you in private. How do you remember those things exactly?
I have a talent for that kind of thing.
You've taken the words of mine pulled from life and passed them through yourself undigested, unaltered by art, and placed them in situations which so distort them.
Now, that's a very wild accusation there. You'll have to quote me chapter and verse on that one.
Okay, fine. Here's the chapter. Frankel's father suffers a heart seizure. Frankel says, but look, heart failure, that doesn't really mean his heart failed, stopped. Only that it's failing to do 100%, right? And you have seen your answer. Look, kid, you may as well face it. The old man doesn't have much of a future.
And?
A year and a half after you took the cab to Jersey thinking he was going to die.
This way is better drama.
But it's a lie.
It's an adjustment in time.
You had two motives in writing this. One was quick profit. The other was to punish
Okay, hold it there. So in this section, what's happening with Jake?
He's making his case,
Mm-hmm.
right? As he sees it. That's the book.
He's making his case.
The book is basically
Mm-hmm.
shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the quality isn't there, and that takes something that, I think it's the agony of his life, and it's used. I guess he's thinking he's kind of used it in, what's the word? Not trivial, but it sort of trivializes or sensationalizes his life.
And how is Harry responding? As opposed to the beginning, when Harry was more taken aback. Now, what place is Harry in? He's getting more, he's stronger.
Yeah.
You know, he's not like, really, or you didn't? He's more like, wait a minute, but it's for this, it's for that. He's finding his feet, like finding his footing. Let's continue with Omar and Wayne.
Doesn't he also give away his, with the prophet, he finally like says what he's really feeling, kind of? Because he goes, one was quick profit. So that takes, I guess that's the
You
next
mean
section.
Jake?
Yeah. Because that's
Yeah.
probably what was bothering
Yeah,
him.
that's a buzzword. Good point. Why don't you start with that line, Omar?
Which one?
Two motives. and motives.
Okay. You had two motives in writing this. One was quick profit, the other was to punish
What is all this profit business? Nobody's read the damn thing but you. We don't even know if anybody will publish it.
Listen, when a KG writer squeezes out this kind of shit, someone always rushes to put it in a paper.
You don't have to slow it down a little bit. Take it from listening.
Listen, when a KG writer squeezes out this kind of shit, someone will always rush to put it on paper.
That's it.
So you mean to say that you actually think I might actually make a little money?
I'd like you to withdraw this book.
What's to withdraw? It hasn't gone anywhere.
You know what I mean.
From the first moment you started reading this book, you believed I might do something for myself. But you tried to talk me out of it.
Because of the damage you do.
You're such a liar. I trusted you. I thought you were crazy, contrary, sometimes unduly critical, but I believed everything you said was truthful. But you lied tonight about what you thought my book's chances might be, about having read it, and you probably lied about what you thought about it.
No. It's lousy.
Maybe the best thing I'll ever write.
You'll think you make money with it.
Make money with it. I love my book. I love what it's about. I love the people in it.
But you think you'll make money with it.
Okay, hold it there. Let's go, I just have 2 Jakes, right?
I'm Harry.
I know you're Harry. But Martin's the only other Jake, right? So, okay, Martin, you read, and Leo, you read Harry.
I enjoy making money with it, but I did not set out to make money with it. And what would be the difference in any case if I did?
Oh, quite a difference.
Explain it to me. I'm slow.
It would mean that you had knowingly set out to profit from other people's pain.
I certainly didn't write it to make money from other people's pain. But if it can get me out from where I am, then I will push to do absolutely anything to move myself out and ahead, because I simply cannot live this way a day longer, a moment longer. Cannot.
How do you want to live? In a word.
Space. I want space. There are nights I make and unmake my convertible bed half a dozen times. That I go outside, come back in a dozen times. It's the room.
Everything's a
You
room.
don't understand. To me, it is no longer a room. It has become for me an oppression. And I can't fix it up. And I can't paint it over. And I can't sand it down. I simply can't live in it anymore.
Half the people in the world would kill for your room. Any room.
But I have to put in the time. And an awful lot of it. My best time. And I still don't have $5 in hand. And I just know, I know it, that unless somehow I manage to recut the stone, I'm slated to go out without a dime, because I've got the zinger.
Okay, so I just want to go back. So the page before, Harry is realizing what Jake did to him, right? And nailing Jake, saying,
Would you like?
you tried to talk me out of it, you're such a liar, I trusted you. And then Jake goes into which mode? After that.
Sort of shaming him.
Yeah, you just want to make money. And Harry says,
Nice, but no.
he says, no, it's not about that. And that's pretty clear that he's not about that.
And it's not written, but there's also part of the Harry, he's sort of shocked that he went there to that place. Because that's what I was feeling like.
You mean that Jake?
Yeah, that Jake went there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I guess for Harry, beyond, I guess you could say it's about the money, but beyond the money, it's his way out. Right? It's his way of freeing himself from the
And
oppression.
that's what we're going into now.
Yeah.
Why he has to have this way out. And why now? Why now?
Well, they both want a way out, actually.
Well, what is it that we're talking about right now?
I'm not sure.
Harry's talking about that he needs kind of out of his current situation, out of
The
his
zinger.
ticket, you
The
know,
zinger. What's the zinger?
His jinx, I guess, the fate.
The jinx.
self-defeating.
That he's marked to be a loser for his life, right? You read Harry this time, Kendall, and Omar.
Really well,
Equally, because I've got the zinger in me. Why don't you take it? I know it, that unless somehow I manage to recut the stone.
Let's get okay straight.
For you.
down towards the middle of page two.
Yeah,
Okay. So I know it, that unless somehow I manage to
Okay,
recut
slow
the
down, slow
stone.
down.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Now we're flipping.
Yes, you're
Are
Harry.
we always troubling with it? That unless somehow I manage to recut the stone, I'm
Slow down.
slated to go out without a dime because I've got the zinger in me.
Well, that's hardly news.
No, I mean the kind you're born with. That's deep down that keeps telling you over and over again that no matter how hard you try, nothing good can ever come through for you. And unless I do something to dissolve it, the zinger now, while I'm still able, it'll kill me and everything good around me. And the one thing I have that can make the difference, I have right here. And you want to take it away from me? Why? Why do you think you should have that right? Because you're upset, angry, maybe even a little jealous?
Listen, you stole my life.
I do not steal your life. I merely put it to some imaginative use.
I mean, I thought you were thoroughly bananas, but you were bright. You were writing his promise. You made me laugh, which is no mean accomplishment. Sure,
Paul, you're going to continue.
your ideas were messy, but they were innocent and honest. What were you doing? Conning everybody.
No, I simply don't have time anymore to be thoroughly bananas, show promise, and tickle funny bones.
Well, maybe this thing has wings, but everyone involved is the lesser for it.
Isn't this all, maybe, because I actually did it, managed somehow to break through in a way which has absolutely nothing to do with money?
Get out of here.
What if a miracle did occur, and something did happen with it? I'd see you were taken care of, and I'd even put that in writing. For whatever use you think I may have made of whatever you regard as your material.
Get out of here. You want to pay me? I don't want your scummy money. Go on. Beat it.
Okay, Wayne and Martin.
Oh, I'll take my manuscript.
Yeah, take your precious manuscript and get out.
I've got another copy.
There's nothing in your heart but money. Everything on the block's for sale.
Only the goods.
Who told you you had the goods?
Who do you think?
You don't have the goods. You only have the spoils.
Slow blackout. Okay, good. Now, that is great. Now I'm going to quickly give you the blocking.